So today we read the verse 55 from the Vilapa Kusumanjali from our Raghunath Das Goswami. O Manokya Hridaye. That means a girl with a beautiful heart. O Sadaye, merciful girl. Will that beautiful, blessed day come when this maidservant of yours will massage your feet and Shirupa Manjari takes care of your hands? Explanations. Sri Raghunath Das is agitated by feelings of love and separation. He is deeply absorbed in his Svarupa Vesh, and he has no other aim than Swaminiji's lotus feet. In Braj Vilasa Stave, he says, my heart is very agitated by remembering even a drop of the sweet, divine nectar ocean that is the Yugala Kishore. The Acaryas are our example. Our lives should be completely in allegiance to them. It's an important point to understand that meaning is completely in allegiance. If we do not so, then what will happen? Then our own ideas will come, and we will mix with our identification in the matter. So then, how will we reach prema? So we have to follow their path exactly. It's not half. Then we will not find the way. So it is our Ananda Babaji is explaining this so correctly. Our lives should be completely in allegiance to them. Because they are this kind of one-pointed. They are not a little Krishna, a little Radhika, or mix. What is Gurudev explaining? Sanchari. So we can understand it easy, like we was yesterday in the ISKCON temple. Even it is very nice to celebrate their Janmashtami, but they have different topics. It's a different mood. And that we can feel. We are very loving in relation with them, but the mood is completely different. So, the day before, when we was together with our group, we could feel this one-pointedness. So if we celebrate Janmashtami, still Radhika is our goal. It's Radhika's Krishna. We celebrate the birthday. It's her. So, and that means we are follow them completely in allegiance.
So, Radhe Radhe. So, one thing I want to share in Japan Janmashtami. May I share?
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, we shared after that this, what does mean? We Abhishek Radha's Mohan. When we Abhishek by hand to Mohan, but Radhika is by seeing give Abhishek. Gopi Arati is by seeing Mohan. That's why Radhika is also Abhishek by her existence and by her Shakti. We are Dasi. By her mercy, we can do Abhishek to Radha Mohan. And 1 point prayer, Gurudev before said, please make me her Dasi. Radhe Radhe.
That's the beauty of Radha Dasyam. So, it is the nature of greed that it will not let a person in peace until he has gotten the object of his desire. This is the nature of greed. This means that when we think of something for a moment and the mind is drawn to something else, the next moment we cannot really speak of genuine greed. So this greed will fix our mind. This wild horse, or this Keshi, Gurudev explained as the Keshi demon. It's a wild horse, and only he can manage this demon. So first, we need to fix the mind to become greedy and be one-pointed again. When the practicing devotee performs bhajan in allegiance to the Acaryas, a tiny drop of their vast devotional greed may become infused in his heart. How sweet are the activities of Sriman Mahaprabhu's associates. Whether they were householders or renunciants, they were all free from attachment to sense gratification. How is this possible? There is no meaning of the, what is it? Caste. Where you're coming from, in which circumstances you are. If your goal is clear, then the sense gratification is not your goal, because you are not on a material platform anymore. Then the sense gratification of your Ishtadev is the goal. right? You will make him or her happy. Your Ishta Devi. And so you bring yourself out of the center and put your Ishta Devi in the center. Then your mind is always fixed in them, in the service to your Ishta Devi. And you want to make her happy because you love her so much. This is a divine love. And this is prema. And if we once get this prema, we will never miss it. We are very greedy for more prema, for more seva. Because in that seva, we relish the rasa. And by relishing rasa, we get the prema. And this is such a beautiful enjoyment. How Gurudev said, it's Govardhan, Govardhan. This is the spiritual senses enjoyment. And so, for the associates of Sriman Mahaprabhu, well, they're living in that rasa and prema. So there is no interest in this lower material sense gratification. It's finished, done. Whether they were householders or renunciants, they were all free from attachment to sense gratification because, how Prabhupada said, they got the higher taste by Mahaprabhu's mercy. Their auspicious descension into the material world was meant for distributing tangible devotional experiences and detachment from sense gratification. How they can do this? Because they are eternally liberated souls. They can show the way. And by their mercy, we can see what happened in the spiritual abode. So this book is a door to the spiritual abode. Every mouthful of food causes nourishment, satisfaction, and cessation of hunger. In bodily consciousness, I cannot understand that I am Radha's maidservant. I just like to be connected with Maya. Like Sri Narottam Thakur sings, the senses that dwell in our bodies are so many enemies. Nobody obeys anyone. My ears hear, but don't listen. And my heart knows, but does not realize. They cannot become determined and fixed. I am chewing the thorns of sense gratification, like a camel who cuts his mouth and tongue by chewing thorns, instead of eating the mango pits of devotion, like the cuckoo do. I am burning to death in the fire of Maya, but still I will not relish the nectar of devotion. How many times Prabhupada said, don't live like cats and dogs, monkeys, become devotee. That was his, many, many times he said to his followers, become devotee. And devotee, the word devotee speaks for himself. Devotion means service. Who is in service is a devotee. And to become service, I have to know who I am and to whom I do my seva. Who is my Ishtadev? This is the beauty of Gurudev. He is giving both. He fixes our mind in a one-pointed Ishtadevi, and he is giving us our form, name, color, and seva. This is the real mercy. Become devotee. I consider the poison of sense gratification to be happiness, although I should know it to be miserable. Taste the nectar of the Govinda subject and associate with his devotees. Know loving devotion to be real. Govinda's service is bliss, and the lack of his service is misery. I desire service, being surrounded by the Sakis. Why? Because they are engaged me in the service. They will tell me, oh, Manjari, go and pick some flowers. Do this, do that. That service contains the greatest bliss. We can see in our Raghunath how he is desiring seva. Because then in the seva he relished the rasa. So we need rasika devotees who are able to make us also relish this seva ras. Only one who has the taste of this rasa can give this taste. How can another one give this taste? It's not possible. So a dry philosopher will not give rasa. He gives some knowledge, but not the rasa. We have to live in the service, not to speak about. We have to do. That's the point. Then we will get the rasa. And by that rasa, the prema is coming. Divine love. That service contains the greatest bliss. When you love God, the divine remnants of that love will be scattered throughout the universe. When you love God, the divine remnants of that love will be scattered throughout the universe. We can see in our Rupa Raghunath how it's happened. And still today, it's expanding to the mercy of our Gurudev. Then you can experience universal love as it is. Then the spiritual world is sweet. the material world is sweet, and sweet Krishna is even more sweet. Sweetness will be pervading inside out. Swamini lies to rest on an excellent bed, covered with a bluish sheet. Gurudev explained why it's bluish. You remember that?
So, because bluish is Mohan's color. So, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
She is embraced, yes, by Mohan with this sheet. This sheet is very dear to her, simply because it is black and reminds her of Shyam. So which color will be our sheet? We also have bluish sheets as Manjari? No.
No. Gurudev says we should have yellow, see, golden.
Golden. So she dreams of Shyam, and his sweetness makes her happy, inside and outside. Rupa Manjari and Tulasi can both admire her charming beauty and serve her limbs at that time. How wonderful is their love for Swamini. Rupa and Tulasi's friendship is similar in this material world, where they are known as Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami. So Gurudev explained there is in the spiritual world, the relationship between the master and the disciple is not that of a difference. It's a close friendship, same age. They are best friends there. And they do together, they do their seva. Srila Raghunath Das introduces himself as follows by writing in the end of his Vishakadandana Stotra. This garland of verses was strung by someone who subsists simply on serving the dust from Sriman Rupa Goswami's lotus feet. So that to understand that we are not the source. We get all this by mercy of our Gurudev. When we met him, we have no idea of all of them. We was not in that fixed relationship to our Swamini. So it's not on ours. We are simply instrument by his mercy and by the mercy of Rupa Raghunath. And so, in that way, we can become Rupa Anuga. When we follow them exactly. Our lives should be completely in allegiance to them, we read before. This garland of verses was strung by someone who subsists simply on serving the dust from Srimad Rupa Goswami's lotus feet. May the devotees who take shelter of him accept the fragrance of this garland. It is described in Bhakti Ratnakara that after reading Sri Rupa Goswami's play Lalita Madhava, which described Sri Radhika's feelings of separation from Krishna, Srila Raghunath Das almost died of transcendental agony. Only by reading his guru's book, he was too much feelings of separation. And then just to save his life, Sri Rupa Goswami gave him his Dana Keli Kaumudi to read, a one-act play which deals with the blissful meeting of Radha and Krishna. So that he could balance this feelings of separation with the feelings of meeting. And that this inspired Raghunath Das to write his jewel-like one-act play named Dana Keli Chintamani. Srila Rupa Goswami has also written a dedication to Raghunath Das Goswami at the conclusion of his Dana Keli Kaumudi. O Madhava, he writes, my friend, that is Raghunath Das, has given up all other activities and is now living in a cottage on the bank of Radhakund, very anxious to exclusively serve you and Sri Radhika. You always cast your merciful glance on those who live in Vrindavan, and you fulfill all their desires. So please, quickly, make the tree of his aspirations bear fruit. So we can see that the Guru, Rupa Goswami, is praying for his friend. He's not saying my disciple to Madhava. No, my friend. And these are some examples of their very intimate friendship. Tulasi and Rupa both climbed on the bed to serve their Swamini. They are not at all shy. Their servant mood is mixed with the mood of friendship for Swamini. Tulasi calls Swamini Manokya Hridaye, girl with a beautiful heart. Literally, the word Manokya means knowing, Gya, the mind, Mana. Mana, Kyanatiti Manokya. Srimati knows what is on Rupa and Tulasi's mind. So she gives them this service. She knows the desire of them. because they are so close. Manokya also means beautiful one. Her endless beauty illuminates the house, the bed, and the hearts of the Kinkaris. This is amazing how her beauty, how much this is shining, and that it's not only illuminating the outside room and everything, but also it's going through the heart. This beauty also shines in the heart of the Kinkaris. Her luster has turned Shyam Sundara golden. This beautiful Lavanya of Radhika is turned this blackish boy golden and making him become Gaura Sundara or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu got the golden luster from Swamini's beauty. She is the quintessence of Mahabhav personified. She is the quintessence of Mahabhav personified. All the poetic analogies about Srimati Radhika's beauty, her face defeating the moon in beauty, her eyes defeating the lotus flowers, and her nose defeating the sesame flowers, or how Gurudev said, sesame flowers, are ultimately futile. Only by her mercy, in the form of ecstatic love, she can be seen. So we need her mercy to see her. And because she is love personified, she can put this love in our hearts so that we can relish her by ecstatic love. Only by her mercy, in the form of ecstatic love, she can be seen and felt in a heart illuminated by Vishuddha Sattva. That means pure divine goodness, not this material goodness only. No, Vishuddha Sattva, divine, pure goodness. Whatever falls into an ocean of nectar becomes nectarian. Similarly, the garments, ornaments, and unguents of Sri Radhika, who is the personification of Mahabhav, are also filled with Mahabhav. So everything what comes in touch to her becomes also Mahabhav. And this we can understand a little bit when Mahaprabhu was in the forest. We remember he is walking, desiring to go Vrindavan. And in that forest, the animals who came close to him start to dance and try to sing the holy names, because he was in ecstasy. So they came close to that divine love of Mahabhav, and they become completely intoxicated. They are not very intelligent. They don't know any poem or sloka. These wild animals. Normally, the tigers has some idea of food, and the deers, the elephants, all they came close, becomes intoxicated by love. It's amazing how powerful this Mahabhav is.
Radhe Radhe. So recently Gurudev also same thing in one Zoom Sangha, maybe many are remember. So can I asking one question? At that time many are close to disagree, but please show your face. We need a close relationship. Radha is so merciful. Just come close. And what we need to become close, we need greed, desire. Keep distance is like a still half. I keep my way. But if I want to change, just close. Then automatically this is Anantadas Babaji's explanation is so beautiful. Anything touching nectar become nectar. Even though these animals become intoxicated by Mahabhava, then how possible? How will it happen in this human body? And his word and himself is non-different. That's why we are very fortunate. Every day we are listening with Mahabhanis, with your beautiful Sangha associations. Just come here and sitting with close. Then even though like me fallen soul, some drop come. This is mercy. This is the beauty of Mahabhava. Amazing, no?
That's amazing. And closeness means also in bodily closeness. Really, in this material world, it's a possibility to come close to Swamini. And how is this possible? We have to be close to the followers of her who came in touch to her. And we need an authentic sampradaya, because her touch came by the mercy of Mahaprabhu, and her touch was giving to Rupa. Her touch was giving to Raghunath Das. Her touch was giving to Nitai. So Ananga Manjari. Next, we can read all the Guru line we are in. So we can understand that this touch was given personally to the Sampradaya, and one teacher who got it gave to disciple who got it, become teacher. then he can give next. When he developed this feeling, develop this Mahabhav inside, he can give it to the next generation. So it's important to follow a line, an authentic line, because without that touch, it will never happen. Not possible. This is the real mercy of Guru Parampara. It's not knowledge. It's nice. It helps to meditate on, but the feeling is coming by the touch. So we need to come close to that spiritual master who got the touch from his guru. So that is the meaning.
And one thing, so it's not philosophy, it's just experience.
It's a feeling.
Not feeling, no need to word. We should feel by ourselves, and we can understand by incident what happened. We can see it, we can experience, we can feel it. This is feelings.
The Mahajans relish this, and we taste their remnants. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has written, Radha is anointed with the fragrance, ointment of affection towards Krishna. This makes her very fragrant body shine brightly. She takes her first bath in a stream of nectar of compassion. Her middle bath in a stream of nectarian usefulness, and her final bath in the stream of nectarian beauty. She takes her first bath in a stream of nectar of compassion, her middle bath in the stream of nectarian usefulness, and her final bath in a stream of nectarian beauty. Then she puts on a silken blue sari made of her own bashfulness. Her second red garment consists of passionate love for Krishna, and her breasts are covered with a blouse of loving pig. She is anointed with 3 ointments: the vermilion of beauty, the sandalwood pulp of love, of her girlfriends, and the comfort of her lustrous smile. Her body is decorated with mask pictures that represent Krishna's brilliant erotic rasa. Her braid is made of hidden anger and opposition, and scented powder of her calm, yet not calm attributes adorn her limbs. The red color of Pan that represents her passionate love brightens her lips, and her eyes have eyeliner of the crookedness of love. Her body is adorned with all the ecstatic ornaments, such as Sudipta Sattvika Bhava and the Sanchari Bhavs like Harsha, joy. She is also adorned with 20 other bhavs, such as Kila Kinchita. Her whole body is hung with flowers, garlands of attributes. Her forehead is brightened by beautiful tilak of fortune. Prema Vaichitya is the jewel, and her heart is the locket. She places her hand on the shoulder of a girlfriend named Adolescence, and she is surrounded by her Sakhis that represent her mental activities that are concentrated on Krishna's Leelas. She sits on a bed of pride in the abode of her aroma, that is her body, always thinking of Krishna. Krishna's names, attributes, and glories are her earrings. So she loves to hear about them. And Krishna's names, qualities, and glories form the stream of her words. She makes Krishna drink the honey beverage called Shyam Rasa, or erotic flavors, and she always fulfills all of Krishna's desires. She is a mine full of jewels of pure love for Krishna, and her body is filled with all incomparable attributes. So, this is a clearly description of one who is really Krishna conscious. Our Swamini is so fixed, one-pointed, and that we can learn from her how to be like her. We are the Manjaris, and our one-pointedness is only our Swamini. We cannot sing on any other than her service. We try to make her happy. We try to bring them together, the divine couple. We do all arrangements for them. We prepare the meeting place. We make her beauty even more beautiful by ornamenting her, bathing her, preparing her for the meeting. This is a Manjari Bhav. Manjari Bhav means one pointed on Swamini's Seva, to bring the divine couple together, so that she can serve Mohan. This is her only desire, to make him happy. O Bhavuka Bhakta Vrinda. This is words for sensitive devotees. This is the introduction to the embodiment of love for Krishna. O sensitive devotees, what is meaning of sensitive? Here we can learn from Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami what is meaning of sensitive, to enter in the feelings and the nature of our Swamini and her desires. So if we know this, if we enter in her feelings, we become sensitive. And Gurudev is training us on this fine-tuning. Fine-tuning is that sensitivity, so that we understand her desires. Bhavuka Bhakta Brinda. Srimati lies down on the bed prepared for her by Tulasi. Like the queen of swans lying on an ocean of milk. The name is Raja Hamsi, the queen of swans, enjoying with Shyam in her dream, because she is covered by a blue, what is it, sheet. She speaks, she laughs, and she turns on her other side in her dream. Although Rupa Manjari usually massages Srimati's feet, she has now mercifully given that service to Tulasi and has taken to the service of Swamini's hands. Manokya also means merciful. Swamini herself mercifully places her lotus feet on her Tulasi's chest, knowing how anxious she is to serve them. Her lotus feet pour the nectar of sweet rasa over the lotus-like hearts of the devotees. Rasa, again we have the word rasa. Rasa is the nectar relished by prema, divine love. Her lotus feet pour the nectar of sweet rasa over the lotus-like hearts of the devotees. That is why she is addressed here as Sadaye, or merciful girl. It's all her mercy. Knowing what is on Tulasi's mind, Swamini lifts her feet upon her chest. How intense is their feeling of possessiveness. She takes her maidservants to her in all respects, calling them my Rupa, my Tulasi. How blissful it is to hear all this. What to speak of actually attaining this in truth. So now we hear from others, my Tulasi, my Rupa. But what to speak when she is calling us by name? Oh, my Kinkari, come. What to speak of actually attaining this in truth? How mercifully Swamini lifts her lotus feet on Tulasi's chest. Shri Raghunath experiences this and calls her Sadaye, merciful girl. How beautiful are Swamini's limbs. She sees Rasaraj, Shri Krishna in her dream. Shyam pervades Swamini's dreams. And how wonderfully she relished this. each of her limbs blossoms up by relishing this sweet taste. And the fortunate maidservant swims in an ocean of rasa. Actually, by the massaging our Swamini, they make Swamini relish these beautiful dreams, because they are actually massaging just like Krishna is doing. So she is now covered in a bluish sheet, remembering her on Shyam, and get massage, her feet massaged by Tulasi, and hand massage by Rupa. And they massaging in that way that remembers her on Shyam. So she is dreaming of Leela. And so that makes her body shining. And this luster illuminates the whole room. But not only the room, it goes also inside the heart of the Manjaris. And how much they relish this rasa. This is pure rasa. Seva ras. That goes in and out. The seva ras relished by love. So they are exactly in one tune with Swamini, with the desires on her heart. And she, Swamini, knows the desires of the hearts of the maidservant. So she gives this seva. So they are completely in tuned. They are not like this or like this. No, they are in tune. This is like a symphony of feelings. And there is no one difference. It is one line, one tune in their hearts. She sees Rasaraj, Shri Krishna in her dream. Shyam pervades Swamini's dreams. And how wonderfully she relishes this. And each of her limbs blossoms up by relishing this sweet taste. The fortunate maidservant swims in an ocean of rasa. But suddenly the vision vanishes, and Sri Raghunath Das pitifully prays for this devotional service. Alas, when will that beautiful day be mine? When will you engage your maidservant in massaging your feet, while tears of loving ecstasy stream from her eyes, and her friend, Shri Rupa Manjari, will blissfully massage your beautiful lotus-like hands? Ay, beautiful-hearted girl, O merciful Radhe, when will that blessed day come? So this ends the verse 55 of the beautiful, loving Vilapa Kusumanjali. We're enjoying so much. And enter in that feelings of the Manjaris and of Swamini's desires and feelings. And I think we should stop here, because we don't like to disturb this kind of feelings inside the heart. and we can carry this rasa through our day, and we also desiring this seva. So thank you, all of you, and wish you a beautiful meditation on that most beautiful verse of 55. Our Dandavat to our Gurudev and all devotees who are following today.